And it looks like it says we're live,
All right.
but I don't see the screen yet, but it says we're live.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, wherever you are. Sharon and myself, Mike, are coming together to do some rescue mediumship work. What that is, for those that have never experienced it or not familiar with it, what we do is we send out energy in requesting to help anybody that is earthbound and would like to transition to what most of us would call heaven. And we have been doing this for many, many years, both of us, and just really enjoy it. It's very fulfilling to be able to help earthbound spirits to cross over. So we're going to be doing that tonight. And if you have any questions or anything, please leave them in the comments and we'll address those at the end.
I think we're having issues here.
Oh.
Can you check on your computer and see if we're live?
Yeah, I was going to do that.
Okay, or your phone or something. Whoa. Okay, it says we're live. I don't see us.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Are we live?
Yeah.
We are? Okay. So you can see us?
It's on YouTube.
Okay. All right. We're live.
Yeah.
It's just not showing on my screen. Okay.
Ah.
So for some reason. Okay. It's just not showing on my screen. I
Oh,
hear it.
let's get off
All
here.
right. Sorry, peeps. We're getting this going here.
We're having a
Now I
few
see it.
technical issues. Be just a moment.
Yeah, it's part of the deal. Okay. All right. So here we are. Right. Hey, if any, okay, we have 7 people here. So say hello in the chat if you can. Hello, everyone. Finally got it straightened out.
Hi, everyone.
There you are. Oh, hey. Okay, Kim. Hey, Kim. All right. You don't hear me well. Let me turn up my microphone. She says, okay. White Dragon, hello. Is that better? Okay, mic is fine, but you don't hear me. Do you hear me better? Okay, Ralph says the same thing. My volume is way low. All right, let me work on my mic here. It's not better.
That's quite a bit louder.
Is that better?
It's better, but it's pretty loud.
It's it's too loud.
Yeah.
Better now. Okay, perfect. All right. So Mike, maybe you can turn your volume down. Okay. All right, good. All right, Kim says not too loud. All right, Ralph says it's good. Hey, Ralph, haven't seen you in forever. Good to see you. Okay, so yes. You just figured out how to chat. Okay, volume is great. Lisa. Oh, Lisa. Hey, Lisa. All right, so yes, tonight we are going to do spirit rescue, as Mike was saying, and he did explain what we understand spirit rescue to be about. And did you talk about why people might get stuck?
No, I didn't get into that.
Okay. So do you
Well,
want to go ahead and
sure.
share? Yeah.
So people will stay on the earth for many different reasons. Sometimes they just choose to stay because they don't think they're finished here. There's been many cases that I've come across like that, and their guides check in with them every so often to see if they're ready to transition or not. Others usually have to do with fear of going to hell. Is the most common one. They've done something wrong that they feel is, according to their religion, a reason for them not to go to heaven. And so what we do is talk with them and explain that, at least in my belief, that there really is no heaven, that the only judging that will take place if they decide to transition and go up to heaven is they're judging themselves as to what they did and whether or not they accomplished what they wanted to get done here on earth. And what we are often looking for is the things we did to help people. Like the Boy Scout helping the lady across the street. It's as simple as that. Helping people in any way. It's not whether you get your PhD or your master's degree or anything like that. It's more the very simple things that really are beneficial, are really helpful. And that's what makes life so different and so nice. There are those that don't know that they've died, that have been in traumatic injury cases or abrupt end of death situations, a massive heart attack, for instance, where they don't realize that they've actually passed away. And we've come across those before. Are there any others I'm forgetting?
Well, yeah, what I find, there's a lot of guilt involved sometimes with maybe suicides.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and like you were saying, people, there might be religious reasons where people are afraid of being judged and don't feel worthy, that type of thing, because they were told that.
Yeah.
Also, people are in a depression, don't understand that they've, like you said, that they've left the physical, maybe attached to certain things, like attached to property, attached to people, uh, addictions, that kind of stuff too. So there can be all kinds of reasons why we maybe will not understand how to move into the light, and our attention, the spirit's personality's attention is still on the earth plane. And so they don't really know that their loved ones, their guides and their angels are trying to get them to move into the light. They're like, it's like, what I've understand from spirit is it's like a dream to them.
Yes.
And yeah, and so so yeah, all we can do is help them understand that they have left the physical, and it's time to move into the higher planes, and m- and move on from there, and figure things out from there, like Mike was saying, right, about reviewing their life and understanding that clarity is in the light, that they will have clarity, because you
Yeah.
can't really have clarity. And I've seen a lot of people that are in this that are stuck, and it goes for past lives too, that get stuck, our personalities that are in this loop, of maybe trying to undo something or something like that, and not really knowing what to do. Lost. A lot of people are lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very true.
Anger.
Yeah.
If someone's, if their life is cut short, murder, those types of things, or whatever, had caused something that cut their life short. So there's
Yeah.
unfortunately lots of reasons. Yeah.
Getting a message to a loved one, wanting to let them know where the will is, or where important documents or items are. That sometimes happens as well.
Yeah, I don't see those as stuck necessarily, but just trying to fulfill something that they want to do, and then,
Yeah.
but they know that they've passed, and they know that, and it's a choice, like you were saying, Mike. It's a choice to stay close to the earth plane. There's nothing wrong with that,
Yeah.
as long as and that's pretty normal, I think, for us sometimes to stay close to loved ones until they have maybe till we feel that, okay, now it's okay for us to move into the higher planes. Doesn't mean we can't still visit them, from what I understand. Right.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So all kinds of reasons.
Yes.
So okay, so we thought we would start out with just what we like to do is just to check in and use our skills here, our abilities, and everyone here is welcome to check in with us in spirit, with spirit. We like to check in to see who's here, who would like to get our attention first, and then we'll move to we thought we'd also look at suicides and maybe any sudden deaths that have happened in the last couple of years or anything like that, or that want to get, because sudden deaths are pretty tragic with young people. There's
Yes.
a lot of that going on right now, and athletes and things like that. So we thought we'd check in with that and see if our guides are going to take us to anyone that may need help. And then we thought we'd move to animals and look at kill shelters, the animals that had been euthanized and didn't have someone there with them or something like that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the end of their life or something like that. So that's our plan for tonight right now.
Yeah.
So we always like to start with some kind of a blessing. Mike, do you want to lead that, or would you like me to?
Would you mind doing it?
No, no problem. Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Dear Divine Mother, Father Creator, we ask that you bless this gathering tonight. And we ask that you assist all of us here, and especially Mike and I, to help any spirit personalities that may need help moving from the earth plane into the higher realms. We are here to do this work tonight, which we call spirit rescue or psychopomp. And we know that this work is critical and necessary for soul growth for so much of humanity. And so we ask that you assist us with this. And we also ask all of our guides, our angels, our helpers, and our loved ones to be present with us during this gathering, so that we can be clear and concise channels for the work that we wish to do tonight. We ask that you all bring any spirit personalities to us that may need help, and we trust that we will be helping in the highest good of everyone involved. As always, we make this sincere prayer with all the immense love and gratitude that we have in our hearts. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, so let's check in to see what or who we get. I'm right away, I get a female. I'm feeling she's around 40 is how I'm getting a sense of her. Do you get her yet, Mike?
No, not quite yet.
Okay. She looks at me like she's wearing a dress. She looks dressed up. It looks
Yes.
like a
Yeah.
white blouse. You see her? Okay. It looks like a
Uh-huh.
white blouse and a dark skirt.
Yeah.
Okay. Her hair is about shoulder length. She's
Uh-huh.
showing me. Um, I feel like she's like some kind of a professional woman.
Right.
Okay. Because she's dressed that way. And oh, uh, I am getting the sense that she was killed. Um, I heard her say I was murdered. That's what I got. Whew, okay. Right. Let's see here. Um, yeah, I'm getting the feeling that her murder was not solved, or justice was not served, kind of thing. Um, I feel it had to do with, I'm getting like money, insurance. Are you
Oh.
getting anything, Mike?
Um, I picked up on her concern about her children.
Okay. Okay. So I'm getting another angle then. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I just feel this energy in her that feels unresolved, you know?
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yes, I see it now or feel it.
okay. Unresolved where, and yeah, her children would be, I'm getting that from her now. I feel like she's concerned for them. So it feels like it may have been her spouse that she
Yeah.
is accusing or suspects or is accusing. Ooh, okay. Okay, let's see here. Um, let's see if I can get a name.
I heard Jennifer.
Okay. I got her Rose, and that might be her middle name, like Roseanne or Rose. Um, okay. Or it might be her last name. All right. So I'm getting a sense that this was maybe 20 years ago, 10 or about 20 years ago, something like that. To her, it's no time.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Feels like, because I'm getting 20 years, 20 years. That's what I'm feeling maybe from guidance. All right. So let's help her.
Okay.
Is there anything okay. I'm trying to see, I'm asking if there's anything we can tell her to help her move into the light that has to do with the murder case. If I'm getting that correctly. Yeah. Okay. We're confirming. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're saying to help her understand that that this was a situation that she chose for everyone's soul as a soul agreement, and that okay. So let me help her. All right. So I am helping her now. With letting her know this was a soul agreement that she made with these people, including her children.
Right. Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. And it won't make that much sense as long as her attention is still on the earth plane and she's still in that frequency, that dense frequency. So all she needs to do is turn around. So I'm asking her, all she needs to do is turn around and see the golden light. the column of golden light. She does have loved ones there waiting for her that can help her.
Good, good. Yeah. See them now.
Yeah. I felt that.
Yeah, me
I
too.
want to cry. I felt that she was, relieved, but also
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, very sad and
The
frustrated
sadness.
as to why it took place. And now that she's on the other side, she'll be able to understand more of why it takes place and the agreements between everyone to experience that.
So it'd be around 2002.
Yeah.
Around 2000. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see.
So I picked up on a gentleman about the same time you did the lady.
Okay.
He's kind of tan skin, dark hair, somewhat short. He is about 28, 32, maybe 34.
Yeah, I got 20s.
Yeah.
He looks, and to me, he looks like he's in his 20s.
Yeah. And I'm talking with him to find out what took place or if he knows that he has passed. And he says he knows it. He was, I believe he was in a car accident. Yeah, I'm seeing more of it now. He had been drinking, although he wasn't drunk, but it impaired his abilities.
Can you ask him why he hasn't crossed over if he knows he's dead? If he knows he's died?
Yeah. I'm asking. Yeah. He knows he died. He's just afraid. He's
Okay.
worried about being judged for what he did.
Oh, okay.
I believe it was just a lone accident, just involving him in his car. Nobody else was involved. There were no other deaths or any injuries. Some thought he committed suicide, but he knows he didn't. But he had also done other things in his life that he's saying he's not very proud of. So I would just like to assure you that no matter what you've done, everything that you've experienced throughout your life has been challenges that come to us, to all of us. We all have our past, and that those challenges are things that you agreed to experience when you came to be here on earth. And it's part of what we go through. And it's getting to the other side of those challenges that helps us to grow. So you don't have anything to worry about as far as going to hell or anything like that. First off, there is, from what I've been taught and told and experienced, there is no hell. And that there is only what most of us understand as heaven. And when you transition up to that, you will go through a process of judging yourself, and nobody else will judge you. only yourself, and decide if you completed the tasks that you wanted to when you set out to come to Earth.
Yeah, I see it as a review rather than a
Yeah.
judgment.
Yes. Very
Yeah,
much like a review.
it's a
Yeah.
review. And his guides will sit with him and
Right.
help him understand what, what maybe decisions that he made that he's like, oh, I could have done better on that or something like that. And then,
Right.
yeah, when I think that when he knows that he'll have help, when I'm feeling for him, he'll have help when he gets there. He won't have to
Yeah.
carry any burden on his own.
Yes. Yeah. I could feel the release in his heart when you said that. So, what I would ask is for you to turn your attention away from the earth plane, and by simply turning around, you can do that. And when you turn around, you'll see a shaft of golden white light. And if you step up to that and look in it, you'll probably see family members that have passed on that are ushering you in, that want you to come and ascend. So if you'd like, go ahead and step up to that light. He says, yes, I see him. Thank you. So you can go ahead and step into the light when you're ready, and it will draw you on up. He says, thank you. This has really helped a lot.
Yeah, I feel that.
There it goes. Oh, that's so cool. Let's see who else is in need of help.
I see a child.
Yeah.
I see a child holding someone's hand, but I can't see whose hand this child is holding, and I can't tell if it's a boy or a girl yet.
Yeah. I picked up on two boys that
Okay, so there's
drowned
two.
in a car, but I don't know if that's the same as what you were picking up on.
It looks like two children.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they drowned in a car that was purposely put into water.
Mm. So they were murdered.
Yes. And I can see it. They're not telling me about it. They don't understand why.
Yeah, I feel like they're scared to talk or scared because one of them is they're not real. They're not showing. One of them isn't really showing themselves to me very well. Um, they look similar, close in age.
Yes, almost identical, but not quite.
Yeah,
2 to 3 years apart, maybe, if
at the
that.
most, at the
Yeah,
most, yeah.
very most. Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting that they're. I feel from the one, which might be the older. I don't know, but yeah, I'm feeling he is. I'm getting that from him that, and they're looking for their, or waiting for their mom.
Yes. That's what I picked up also.
Okay, waiting for their mom to come and get them. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, they just don't understand what happened and why their mom hasn't come to get them.
um, was she in the car too?
No, I don't believe so. I'm just seeing the two in the car, the two children in the car. Yeah.
All right, so let's help them. We don't have to do a lot of discussion with them about what happened,
No.
but we can help them understand that that they can find. I feel something about a grandmother waiting there for them.
Ah,
Um,
yes. Good.
yeah, I see a grandmother. Do you see the grandmother?
Yes, I do.
Okay, yeah, and so I'm taking their hand and helping them All right, the other ones come out, helping them see, and they might, yeah, they're brothers. And
Yeah.
she's, I want to cry that she's there waiting for them, and she'll help them, and they don't have to be scared anymore. They don't have to be afraid anymore.
Good, good.
There we go. And everything will make sense, that she'll explain everything to them, and she's wrapping blankets around them.
Yes. Yeah, I can see them on the shore and her standing there.
Yeah, she's in the light.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
is. She's already transitioned up. She's come back to help them.
Yeah. She just waved at us.
Yes, she's bringing them into the light.
Yeah.
Great.
Ooh, I feel a little dizzy with that one.
Wow. Yeah, that's,
That was intense.
yeah, that was really sad.
Yeah.
They're,
Okay, but they're home now.
yeah,
They're home now. Let's see if there's any suicides that our guides might want to bring to us.
okay.
Hmm. I see a young male, 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has short hair. He's wearing a t-shirt, looks like. He's showing me that he's thought of all kinds of ways to end his life. He's showing me like slitting his wrist, which he didn't want to do.
Right.
Because that would make a big mess, he's saying.
Yeah.
He thought about pills, and he's like, no, I don't want to get sick, or that kind of thing. I feel that he and then he's talking about all the different ways he thought about hanging. Yeah, I feel he settled on that. That is what I'm feeling. What about you, Mike? In the head?
What, hanging himself?
No, with if you look at me, I can show you.
Oh, gunshot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was picking up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Mm.
Yeah, he's saying he's very sorry because he realizes now how it impacted so many people.
Yeah, he's saying he didn't fix anything.
No,
He didn't fix anything. He's
no, it didn't.
just kind of he's very angry with himself.
Yeah. So,
He was going through a lot of pain. I feel like he was going through a lot of pain,
yeah,
mental
he just
anguish,
wanted
and
it to stop.
physical pain, mental and physical. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He said, I didn't think anybody cared anymore.
He didn't care about himself. Yeah, he didn't care about himself, he said, what I'm feeling from him. Yeah, okay, so let's help him. I'm going to help him.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to help him understand that there is no judgment in the afterlife, in the light, when when you take your own life, when we take our own life, there is no judgment. What there is help and healing.
Yes.
Okay. It's all right. There is no punishment, because he keeps saying I'm going to be punished. I should be punished, kind of thing. No, no, you'll have the opportunity to understand and sit with your family, your guides, everyone that is in your circle, the wise ones, your counsel, everyone, and they can help you through it and help you understand and figure out what to do from there. Okay, but there's no judgment, only healing and help, assistance. Okay, so Michael's bringing the portal. Archangel Michael is bringing the portal for him, the column. I heard him say, "I'm ready."
Yes, I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whew.
Nice.
I heard the name Joseph for him.
Yeah, I didn't ask his name.
I didn't either, but I heard it.
Yeah.
I heard him tell me,
Feels right.
my name is Joseph. I heard him say that. So, yeah, what I got anyway. He wanted us to know his name. I didn't get a last name, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, so let's do I feel pressure on my third eye. I'm trying to they're showing me something that I need to pay attention to.
Okay.
Okay. There's a few here. I'm getting the feeling that we need to do a group retrieval, a group rescue for people who have died, young people that have died suddenly.
Okay.
And I keep getting athletes, that kind of thing. I feel like they're meeting in a certain place on the earth plane. Yeah, they're drawn to this place is what I'm getting. This
Okay.
space on the earth plane. And okay. I'm feeling from guidance that there needs to be a communication perhaps from us that because I feel like they want to do something for the earth, but for anybody else that might be dealing with this, or anyone that's died suddenly, the adults that have recently, because I just keep getting this pressure that it's important that we help them understand that there's that they need to go, that how do I put it? They can do so much more from the higher planes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Because I see them trying really hard to influence the earth, the physical plane
Right.
from where
Exactly.
they are, just like above it or something like that. And
Yes.
I feel like they're getting frustrated.
Yes. They've come together to try and help, and they're not able to do much.
Yeah. Do you feel that, Mike? Can you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can feel them all. There's quite a
Yeah.
few that they've banded together to try and accomplish this. But
Right.
as a group, they could do so much more on the higher plane.
And they can drop their frequency. It's a lot easier
Yes.
to lower your frequency than it is to raise it. So
Yes,
when
definitely.
you're doing that kind of thing. All
So,
right. Go ahead.
so what we would like you as a group to do is understand that if you ascend, if you go to this higher plane, to what is referred to as heaven, you will be able to assist and to help others that could possibly be going through the same thing that you have gone through, and helping them in any way you choose to. And it would be a lot more beneficial in that way. So what we would like to do is help you all to transition. And what that would involve is just simply turning around and looking at the golden white light, the shaft of golden white light. And there will be multiple shafts if necessary, or one that you can all join in and go through. It just depends on how Archangel Michael wants to do it, but you can step up to the light and look into it, and you will see family members and friends ushering you in. And if you just step into the light, you will transition on up. Once you are up into the higher plane, then you'll be able to help those that are on the earth plane, both in physical form, that are alive, and influence their ways of life to help to prevent this terrible accident, that these things that take place for many, many reasons, for drugs, for different beliefs, for all kinds of different things. But anyway, you'll be much better suited to do that work. So what we'll do is ask Archangel Michael to come in and create the shaft of white light, which is there, golden white light. And if you all will just step up to it, and when you're ready, go ahead and step into it. Saying thank you. They're going in. Oh. There's a lot.
Yeah, I got it like 100 maybe.
Yeah. So what we'll do is ask Archangel Michael to hold this shaft of golden white light open until the last one passes through, and then go ahead and close it.
All right.
And thank you, Archangel Michael.
Thank you.
My gosh.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. Their hearts were so frustrated and broken, but once they stepped into the light, you could feel it shift inside them.
It was a huge relief. I felt
Yes.
just like a
Yeah.
like when you can breathe again when you come out of the water, you know,
Right.
like
Yeah.
that.
Very true.
Okay. I don't see comments. Okay. So do we want to go to any shelters that they want to take us to?
Sure, that would be good.
Okay.
So what we would ask from our guides and teachers and master teachers and our crew, so to speak, to guide us to animal shelters that have to euthanize animals, and help us to find them and help them to cross over. Great, thank you.
I see a large facility.
Yeah, I'm picking up on it also. There's and it's a weekly task, I think, that nobody wants to do.
Yeah, it feels pretty regular, of course.
Yeah, like not a job I would want to do.
No. Okay. Yeah, I do see a lot of dogs,
Yeah,
cats, farm animals,
yeah,
but mostly dogs and cats.
yes,
I see some rabbits.
I see a lady fairly young and a gentleman that's younger that's kind of learning from her, and they're both wanting to do what they can for the animals and being with them and being present for them during this
Transition.
transition. And
Yeah, I mean,
doing
it just
everything
looks
they
like
can.
they're hanging around.
Yeah,
And not, not all animals get stuck, but I just feel that these poor animals didn't really have any, a lot of them didn't have a bond that they could um, use or
right.
rely on
Yeah,
to help bring them into the higher planes. And it doesn't mean that everyone has that, but that they all need that. But it just feels like a bond was broken type
right.
of thing. Yeah. Because I get sadness from
Yes,
them
a
and
lot of sadness.
yeah, feelings of sadness. Okay. Yeah. So we're asking Michael, and he already has the portal open. I already see them moving across.
Yeah, he's he's working almost as fast as faster than we are actually.
Yeah, totally. There's a lot of people there welcoming them.
Yes,
I see a lot of kids too.
yes,
You see them? Yeah.
yeah. Just people that they were with or people that just care about animals and they're helping
That
them.
would, yeah, that they would be attracted to, that
Yes,
would know
lots
how
of
to,
love, unconditional love.
right.
Yeah, a lot of tails wagging, a lot of cats purring. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, some are kind of skittish, but but
Yeah,
they're definitely following the pack,
yeah,
following the
yeah,
others. Uh,
yeah.
Kittens, lots of kittens.
So much easier for them to cross over.
It is.
Humans are,
We don't have to explain anything to them.
yeah,
Humans, humans
and all the time.
are so complicated.
Yeah,
Okay, let's ask Michael again to
yes,
yeah, to keep this portal open for them, for all the animals that wish to move across. Well, and help all of them that are there,
yes,
but hold it open as long as possible for them until
sure. That would be great. Thank you,
yeah,
Michael.
until they feel complete, till it is complete. Mm. All right, let's see if they're taking us somewhere else. I feel another country.
Yeah, me too.
Is this Mexico?
I'm sure.
Or I don't know. Yeah, it feels like we're moving to different countries.
Yeah,
It feels like Mexico to me. First, I thought it was overseas, but now it feels like Mexico. So we might be going to
okay.
both places.
Yeah, because I got Ukraine
Okay.
also, but we'll go back to that.
Yeah.
Let's concentrate on on Mexico.
Yeah. It feels uh, yeah, these are abandoned animals. They're showing me,
Yes,
showing us abandoned, and like before.
Yeah.
There's a lot of abandoned street animals that don't make it. So it's not just euthanized, but it's also animals in the streets. Not that that doesn't happen here too,
Right.
but a lot of animals that have died in the street. They're showing me.
Yeah. From starvation and from
Yeah,
fear,
neglect,
kinds of
abuse.
neglect. Yeah.
So we want to gather all of them up.
Yes. Let's do
Gathering them all up. They're coming. And it's not just Mexico, it's also from our country. They're gathering them all up. I see them gathering them all
Yes.
up. There's
Lots
a
of them.
big portal.
Yes. And Archangel Michael's already there.
Yeah.
Great.
Same thing. All the
Yeah.
people, children, people, animal lovers, or
Yeah. Just
the
welcome.
animal angels.
Yes.
I also see other animals there that are in, waiting for them across the rainbow bridge or across the
Right.
bridge.
Right.
Yeah. That are helping them
Yeah.
move across as well.
Former pets of people. Yes.
Mhm.
Nice.
Because they're showing me that these animals are not, would not necessarily trust people.
No, not again.
Yeah, so they would need other animals to help guide them.
Yeah. That is so cool to see.
Yeah.
Just welcoming, welcoming them in with open arms.
Right.
Beautiful.
Okay. Well, once again, please keep this portal open
Yes.
and this bridge open for all the animals that need to move across, and until you feel it is complete, Archangel Michael and all the helpers. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Amen.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've gone almost an hour, and I've only scheduled an hour and a half. So
Okay.
let's thank everyone for this. I want to thank all the angels and all the loved ones, and
Yes. Thank you for your
all the,
guidance
yeah,
and bringing those in need of this to us,
right.
human form and in animal form.
Thank you, thank you.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you for being here, everyone that's watching. Does anyone have any questions, any comments? I would love to hear if anyone connected as we were doing this, and if anyone has anything that they would like for us to look at, or that you would like to share. Let us know. Okay, so just wait, see if anyone types anything out. It's really nice when we're working with animals, because they're they're easy
Yeah, they
to
are.
guide across. It's rare that we get any
Resistance at all.
resistance. Yeah,
Yeah.
some might feel, what I've noticed is some might feel afraid or shy, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the other animals help them.
Yeah.
They help
Like
them.
before, when we went to the slaughterhouse, the cattle had no idea that they were even dead. I mean, they just,
Yeah.
because they had so much trust in the farmer that had raised them,
Mhm.
and but once the first one followed or went in, then they all just continued in,
Yeah.
just one right after the other.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's beautiful.
So Ralph has a question. Let's see here. have been doing mediumship work for years, like though quite like both of you. Feeling maybe, I don't know, feeling a push to get out there again.
Oh, great.
Any thoughts about who's pushing me to open up, going through much healing, especially my throat chakra? Good for you, Ralph.
Yes. So who's pushing you? Yeah.
Well, first thing I got was your higher self.
And your guides are not pushing you, but they're there to help you.
Nudging.
Yes.
Yeah. I got something about a mother too. And Ralph, I don't know about your mom. But I'm feeling mother might be someone who's supporting you in this. I feel mother energy is supporting you in this.
Yeah.
So that, if that makes any sense, because I definitely get an older female for you. Feels like mother energy.
Yeah.
In other words, your spirit team
Yeah.
and your higher self.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's coming up,
And
my
it's
higher self absolutely have quite a few guides. Mom was my abuser, but still healing. She's at a distance. Okay. Well, that would, to me, that might make sense
right.
for her to be around you to help with healing, and opening up mediumship abilities does help us a lot with
Yes.
healing in my experience and what I understand.
Yeah. Because they're on a different plane right now and they understand what they've done during this past life and how it's affected other people and impacted other people's lives. And they see that and they understand it and they know, and they don't want you to go through life in anger. They want you to understand that this is part of what they agreed to do, for the learning experience that both what they went through and what you're going through. And sometimes that's really hard to understand. Why would a parent abuse a child or anything like that? But it's part of what we agree to when we come into this earth to experience things, and we're here to experience and to learn from experiences. And we come in different forms in many lifetimes. And if we don't learn from that experience, then we experience it again, until we do. And that cycle completes or continues until you find what I was taught is the gold in the experience, the actual the good part of why that took place. And that's hard to understand sometimes, but it's overcoming that challenge that you find the gold in it. So sometimes you go through abuse in order to understand it and not allow it to continue, so you don't become an abuser. And you are the last of the family and you are the one that stops that, so it doesn't continue. But there are many different reasons.
He says, yeah, totally, Mike. I've learned that in my own personal experience, that we choose these experiences to help us heal them once and for all, so we don't
Yeah.
have to repeat them, because we make that agreement together. He says, I would
Yeah.
like to know if oh, that's Lisa. Sorry, Lisa, we'll get to your question in a second. Ralph, she's been held for a time due to the nature of her abuse, and I'm told she's just working on herself. There are many others I work with, including AA Mike, Archangel Michael, Lord Shiva, and others. Our contract was violated to some extent. I had NDA NDE at 6. Given choice to leave or stay with more support, my path was to heal the generations and move forward in the path of self-realization. Yeah, I mean, what I've learned, and this is what I've learned, and goes along with what Mike was saying, is that in order for us to heal ourselves, we're not an island, right? So whatever we're healing has extends out to our relationships. The
Yeah.
reason we are hurting and we need to heal is because of our relationships and what we chose those experiences for, because we didn't heal them perhaps the first time that we chose that experience to come onto this earth plane. And the idea was to close that loop within that life and heal it then, but we don't live long enough to do that anymore, so we keep coming back to try to heal it. And so your contract was violated to some extent. I'm not sure what that means, but because we have free will, but so I guess what I'm saying is, if your mom is, what you were given is that your mom is healing on her own, it still takes your and the people around her, and whatever led to the pain that she was suffering from, to lead her to be an abusive person. It still involves everyone. It still involves everyone in our soul group. If someone is hurting in our soul group, especially a mother, then we are all involved in some way. And whether it's here in our higher selves, or our higher parts of us, or extended parts of us in the upper realms. So there is no really separation from that, because we are part of it. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Until we have forgiven in our hearts, and we have forgiven, it doesn't mean we have to forgive the abuse or the person, but just forgive the experience and understand, just like Ho'oponopono says, when we chose this, like Mike was saying, we chose this for a reason. And it's about forgiving, how do I put it, clearing the energy with
Yeah.
forgiveness.
Right.
Like Ra says, in forgiveness lies the stoppage of the wheel of karma.
Right.
Yeah.
Well said.
So yeah, it's my favorite quote from the Ra teachings. Anyway, Ralph, I hope that answered your question with who may be nudging you to open up your mediumship abilities.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're getting nudged, trust that it's probably your higher self and your spirit team, definitely. Okay.
And congratulate yourself on realizing you're being nudged. A lot of people get nudges and they just ignore them.
Yeah.
So that's an opportunity to grow, and that's wonderful. And there are many out there that can help you um, along the way, either one of us as well.
Okay. Yeah, and I agree with you when you said your path is to heal generations. And when we heal what's going on within us, we heal all around us, all timelines,
Yes.
backward and forward, and all around us. So that has to do with what we have healed, because we are holographic, and there is no separation. Okay. So Lisa, I would like to know if the ex-wife and son of my current husband have crossed over. They both died recently, but separately in the past several months. She died in anger and he died unexpectedly. Okay. Got goosebumps already. The ex-wife and son of my current husband. Okay. Let me get my head straight with this. Whew. They crossed over. I do feel the son has.
Yes, I do too.
Yeah.
He's got a nice loving feeling around him. I think the ex-wife or former wife or whatever also crossed over, but she had a lot of fear behind her.
Yeah. Let me see. I feel that she's in a healing space, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I see her like in a hospital, and it's a healing space where they're working with her. I feel
Right.
like her guides and her medics are working with her. You know, when my mom passed, she had a lot of health issues and a lot that she needed to heal. And I visited her in my astral projections for quite a while after she passed. I want to say maybe a month our time, um, where she was in the hospital, and I'd visit and I'd sit there with her in the hospital because she was healing. So that was um, what I was where I was finding her for
Yeah.
about a month. So I'm feeling that your husband's ex-wife could. I'm feeling that she's in a healing place.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Mhm. They also are. I'm feeling that they're also saying that if you feel any of her energy around, that it's a reflection, that it's something that needs to be. How do I put it? A reflection, a projection. Um,
Like residual energy.
Residual. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word.
Yeah.
Residual energy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Yes,
It's
I felt that
residual.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel it's actually her spirit.
No.
I do feel it's residual
Yeah.
with the pain that has happened between the family members, um, and and grief and sadness or anger too that's being carried within the family, and they're asking that that the family, and I know Lisa, we just met recently, that you do shamanic and healings and things like that.
Oh, good.
So they're asking to do some clearings if you haven't already. And I'm seeing sage and drumming and things like that. Um,
Very good.
yeah, to raise the vibration around where there might be something that feels residual.
So anybody that doesn't understand residual energy, everything is energy, and our thoughts are energy, and they go out from us. When we're in an argument or a fight or anything like that in a particular room or even in a forest, that energy goes out from that situation is absorbed in everything. So it could be absorbed into a room, into the furniture, into the walls, into the ceiling, into the carpet,
Our
everything.
energy field.
Yeah, our residual energy from the argument, the anger energy that goes out. And same in a forest, it would be absorbed by the trees, the plants, the animals, or not so much the animals, but the ground itself. And so that can be cleared um, in many different ways. Sage helps, just identifying it and then releasing it with prayers, thoughts. Um, but yeah, I've witnessed a lot of residual energy. Sometimes it looks like you're seeing a movie, and it looks so real. I was driving down a road, and this cat ran out from the sidewalk across in front of the car. I slammed on the brakes and swerved to avoid it, and it disappeared. And my daughter's going, "Whoa, did you see that? That cat just disappeared." And I went, "Oh, yeah." So that's residual energy. That's where the cat had run across the road and probably got hit before, and that trauma embedded into everything that was there. And that will continue to play out, until it's released or let go or worked with. So
Yeah.
hopefully that helps you understand residual energy.
I experienced residual energy at a restaurant one time where I was my date and I at the time, many years ago, we're waiting for a table, and was watching. I was drawn to this table off in the against the window. And it was a nice spot, but I could see the couple was arguing that were sitting there. Just
Oh,
felt like angry energy, and I got the impression that that's not a good space. And so we were seated there, of course. We ended
oh,
up
oh,
being seated there. And guess what? We got into an argument.
oh boy.
Yeah. And I knew this. So and afterwards I had more clarity about it, but I felt that and knew strongly that that spot right there was residual from, not from the couple before us. They ended up getting sucked into it. The bad juju that was in that space, because it was in a it was not feng shui at all. So
Oh,
the table and where it was laid out in the room, it wasn't a good spot. So that was residual energy, was trapped energy is what it was. It was trapped.
yeah.
Yeah. um so I hope, Lisa says she died in the hospital of cancer. It was expected, but she thought she would go home to die. She thought
Uh,
he still belonged to her. And I feel like she's going through a lot of healing for all that
yeah.
in the hospital in the upper plains. So hopefully that was helpful. Okay, we have another question here from Mighty Thor. Like that name. My experiment with astral projection ended when I got to the point that you lose feeling of having a body and the room kind of spins. Okay. What ended it was Taylor Swift screaming at me from the kitchen. And he says, I zapped back like I fell through the floor.
Oh, yes.
Do you have a question? So I guess that's not a question,
Just a statement,
a
but yeah.
statement. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Uh, well, luckily I haven't had Taylor Swift in any of my out of bodies, but I do have some people that show themselves as celebrities. So that's pretty common.
Wow.
If you have a question, go ahead and let us know. So Lisa says, thanks. Okay. Um, Ralph says, I'm happy as I've ever been in my life now. Thanks for your input.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Good to hear.
Oh, good. I'm glad, Ralph. And he did say forgiveness took time and have followed up on it over the past 10 years. So doing very well. My life is just now really opening up. Awesome.
Yes, good to hear.
Yeah, totally. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else here. Nothing yet. Okay. So we were going to look at New Guinea, right? The earthquake.
Do that?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that. See if see if anyone has anything else before we close.
Okay.
Whew. There was an 7.6 Richter, 7.6 earthquake in New Guinea, Papua New Guinea,
Yeah.
last couple days.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the first thing I get is a lot of people working really hard to save others. Do you
Yeah.
see that?
Yes.
Pretty chaotic, a lot of damage.
Yeah. A lot of buildings collapsed.
Right. I hear a lot of shouting and
Yeah.
trying to get it, people, rescuers going through the rubble. See if there's anyone.
Yeah. Picking up on a lady that was crushed under
Okay.
debris that fell, and also a man in another location of it. Like, can't tell if it was a house or if it was a store, or even if they were related. At least not yet. I can't tell.
I feel like there's already angelic beings there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah. They've already done a lot of work there.
yeah. Yeah, I do see angelic beings and guides
Yeah.
moving through the rubble.
And
Spirit
assist.
beings
Yes.
moving around, helping those that have left the body to and help them, guide them to the higher planes. I see that already.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. These two are being helped right now.
Yeah.
Just the
If
attention that I brought to them brought in the
good,
guides and angels.
good.
Yeah. Great. Good.
So it's something we could maybe check in on later.
Yeah. Yeah. I think,
Oh, there's a lot. A lot of rubble.
yes. Yeah.
Okay. We can check in on that later. Because I do feel that they're helping them.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, do you feel anything that we need to stay there, Mike?
No, no, I don't see any reason.
Okay.
Stop right now. We can maybe next time we get together, we could check in on them. But I think they're pretty much taking care of things, which is really nice.
Yeah. Um,
That does happen, by the way, for quite often in situations like that.
oh, totally, with mass disasters.
Yeah, like 9/11,
Mhm,
which we just had our 21st, 21 years ago.
mhm.
That was There were angels everywhere covering that,
Yeah.
angels and guides and so much.
Yeah, it's pretty common. A lot of unfortunately, some people do get stuck if they can't see the higher planes because they're
Right.
traumatized, and that's when we can come in and help them
Yeah.
maybe a little bit later date. It's yeah. All right. Any other questions or comments or any messages from guides or teachers? Ralph is asking. Ralph, Ralph Gardner.
They're saying just to know that you are so much more than what you see in the mirror. You are much, much stronger than and much more powerful than what you think. They're saying to trust in what intuitively comes to you. Learn to work with your intuition, and the more you trust it, the more will come to you. And the same is with gratitude. I said gratitude is very important. The more you're grateful for, the more that will come to you to be grateful for. They just said to have me remind you of the three pillars. One of them one of them is gratitude. The other is self-forgiveness. And the third one is unconditional love. These are the pillars that help us so much through what we're going through right now in bringing in the new earth and our ascension. Anything else? Self-forgiveness and self-love. They want to remind us. That letting go right now is real important, to let go of things that no longer serve you, that no longer hold your interest. You know, look at the things that you've collected over the years. And I'm laughing because I have a lot. And let go of those things that no longer have your interest, you know, that you're no longer interested in, and give them away however you choose to let go of them. But in doing that, it allows what you are interested in to grow so much more. And that they're saying we are here for you. You simply need to ask. And in the asking, it allows us to help. And the asking is important.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying sometimes it's good to write down what you would like, because it brings the thoughts to your mind, to your body through your reaction with your pencil or pen, and then onto the paper. And in that, they see your commitment to it and know that this is not just a whimsical thought, that you are very committed to this, and your guides will work in whatever way they can to bring things into fruition for you. How about you, Sharon? Are you picking up on anything?
Yeah. I also got journal. I also got that
Oh,
you're
yes.
moving, that you're shifting, big shift for you is happening. And that it's time for you to look at things differently than you have. Not that things have been wrong, but that just different. They're saying that recognize different opportunities are coming your way, and what I'm getting, I should say, and that there's a lot of shifting going on within you, um, and I just see a lot of different. It's like the way they're showing me is it's like you're looking at the world um, from a upside down angle now, rather than where you were looking at it before. So things are going to be appearing to you differently than what you're used to. Uh, Opportunities are going to be different than what you're used to. They want you, like Mike was saying, I think he said, let go, right? Let go of what is, and also I'm not getting that it doesn't serve you, but let go of what you are used to. Okay. And yeah, and that will open up new channels for you. New channels are important. New thought processes, new synapses going on in the in your brain, and that opens up so many areas for you. They're saying what I'm getting. So lots of shifts. I get that. I get that they're communicating with you a lot in your dream time and in your travels. It's important for you to journal, write down and what you know, intuitions you get, dreams or any kind of visions or things like that. Because I'm seeing that you're getting more and more as you shift. Communications are coming to you from all around you. They're saying all around you. Um, and what Mike was saying, trust it, trust it. You have everything you need within you. Um, and trust that more and more and more.
Great. Good advice.
I'm also beginning voice actor moving forward along with everything else. Okay, well,
Nice.
yeah. So whatever, and that's another thing I feel is going to shift for you. There's things are going to be shifting. And so get ready.
Great.
Things are going to be looking very differently than what you're used to. What they're showing me, not it's a bad thing, but it's going to be different. Different opportunities. Okay, so Ralph says thank you, thanks for all that. Wow, thanks for all that. Okay, you're welcome. Good to see you on the screen. It's been a long time. I'd be ready, dancing as fast as I can. Awesome. Okay, so if no one has anything else, now is your time to put it out there. And Lisa said thanks.
Great.
Okay.
Glad to be able to help.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't see anything coming up on my screen, so
Okay.
it looks like we are finished. Thanks, Mike. Always good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for
And
your help.
sure. Thank you. This is wonderful to do. It's
Yeah.
so nice.
Yeah. So we
Everybody,
go ahead.
just a reminder to hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and ring the bell, and join us again next time.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Yes.
No worries there. All right. So we wish to thank all of our guides, our angels, our helpers, our loved ones, and all of the beings that trusted us to do this work and that moved across into the light. And we bless all those that that were here, that helped, and maybe that didn't move into the light, and that's okay. That's okay. It's all okay.
Yes.
And yeah. So we bless everyone.
Great.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Have a good evening.
Good night.